Welcome back. This is India Market Open. We're taking stock of the futures and options space at the moment. And yesterday we had another milestone day where the Nifty made another lifetime high, moving and closing above the mark of 24,400. And along with that, we actually, in fact, did see a little bit more longs as far as the futures are concerned as well. So let's start by taking a look at that. And at the moment, while we do see longs there, as far as the Nifty is concerned, the Bank Nifty, of course, on the other hand, did take a step back, and that's where we saw a little bit of unwinding coming through. Now, that said, when it comes to the options market on the Nifty, at the moment, we're starting to see a little bit more strengthening of levels slightly higher than the 24,000 mark, with puts being written at 24,100 and 200 levels as well. And on the higher end, we haven't seen as much traction around the 24,500 calls, naturally because we're not too far away from that mark, but still increasing amount of rise calls being written around 24,800 through 25,000. As we move into the Bank Nifty, well, we are keeping an eye on the expiry. I reckon the 53,000 mark will be an important one, considering we've seen a little bit of strength as far as the index is concerned yesterday. But moving on to stocks, again, keeping an eye on something like Grasim, Balrampur Chini and Exide, which in fact did see longs coming through. Among stocks which saw unwinding, we did see short covering for Hindustan Copper, Eicher Motors, as well as HDFC Life. Marico and Chambal Fertilizers looking at some shorts. Chambal Fertilizers particularly stands out in trade. But let's take a look as to what our experts have to make of these markets and how they're playing them. Well, we have Ajit Rambia of Ajira Ventures who's joining us on the show. Ajit, good morning. Thank you so much for joining in. I believe that you are looking to play the Bank Nifty. Can you take us through this specific, option structure here?
Yeah, good morning, Alam. Thanks for having me on the show. So in Bank Nifty, last week it was like the current sideways movement in Bank Nifty. We can initiate a short straddle in 0DT today's Bank Nifty's expiry. So we can sell 52,500 calls and puts. So 52,500 call is placed at 235 and 50,000 put is placed at 184. So we can place our stop loss on both individual legs at 60% higher than the price sold. So on the call side, we should place a stop loss of 376. And on the put side, we should place a stop loss of 294. So if any of the stop loss price triggers, we keep the other leg intact to earn complete premium at expiry. Here the total premium to be gained is 419. So if it closes at 52,500, at the market closing, we earn the complete 419.
Okay, interesting. So we have an intraday strategy here for the Bank Nifty, and as Ajit has put that while you don't necessarily have legs at the moment, what he's looking to do is in fact keep a rupee stop loss at 60% of the premium that you paid for each of these strikes, and based on that, if you do in fact see one of these strikes get hit, you can keep the other strike intact, and that could eventually likely yield to something, if not anything at all. And I reckon so it's a short straddle, and it is on an intraday basis based on today's expiry. That said, Ajit, can we move on and talk about Hindustan Copper as well? If I'm not mistaken, you have a view here too.
Hindustan Copper is coming out of F&O ban today. It was in ban since last many days. We have a bullish stance on Hindustan Copper. So we initiate a simple bull call spread where we buy one ATM call of 350 at 12 rupees 65 paise and sell one OTM call of 400 at 2 rupees. So here the cost of the strategy is mere 10 rupees to earn a potential profit of rupees 40.
Okay, there you have it. So a bull call spread, a simple, straightforward strategy on Hindustan Copper. And again, it does seem like the risk-reward ratio in this case seems favorable. And it's perhaps a better, bet to place as compared to going long on the futures, considering there is a limited downside to a bull call spread in this case. But Ajit, on that note, taking a moment to thank you for joining us and taking us through your views in the markets, and of course, handing us a couple of option structures to work around with. With that, it's over to you, Samina.